Hello and welcome back to Archbellyoga. It's so lovely to have you here. Today we're just going to do a lovely full body stretch type practice and hopefully just shake away some of those Christmas blues, Christmas stresses, and step out of the madness for a moment so that we can come back into the world and see the magic of Christmas around us and be able to lean into that. So we're just going to start seated on our mat. So any nice comfortable seat, cross-legged, popping a cushion under the hips if we wish. Just wiggling the body out in any way. Roll the shoulders back and down, let them relax. Growing tall through the spine, closing down our eyes, letting the hands rest on the knees. And beginning to tune in with that breath. Allowing ourselves a few moments to simply observe the body. How's it feeling? Have we got stress or tension in our shoulders that we can relax away? Any holding of the face muscles? Allowing them just to ease out. Softening the jaw. By observing, we can notice those areas and send a little bit of love. Send that out breath into the space, encouraging the body to relax and release. And while the mind is focusing on observing and releasing, it's not able to run through that to-do list. It's not able to worry about anything. We're asking the mind to come into this moment and be in a place of observation, connecting back inwards. Preparing now to move, we're going to deepen that in-breath. Draw fresh energy, fresh prana into the body. Reawakening the lungs, the mind, preparing to move. Opening up the eyes, allowing the space to flood the body. And as we inhale, we're going to circle over to the left, drawing forward, curving into the spine. As we come back, we're exhaling, rounding through the spine, chin comes into chest. We're going to keep moving with our breath, exhaling as we draw back, inhaling as we draw forward. You can also do this if the legs are outstretched. Or maybe you wish to come back into a seated, cross-legged position. And just get the shoulders involved as we move. So this movement isn't restrictive in how we do it. Just sense where the body needs to move, to open. This time as we draw back, we're reversing that direction. Inhaling, draw the chest, tummy, chin forward, exhale, round into the spine, draw the chin into chest. Maybe you can even sense that the elbows are moving around, creating this circular motion. And coming back to center, just release off. Bring the hands onto the shoulders. We're going to circle the elbows up and around. Up and around. And keep moving. Just working into those shoulders. Then we're going to come in the opposite direction. When we're worried or stressed or rushing around a lot, shoulders tend to be where our tension lies, because we'll be hunching and not even realizing it. And it's pretty cold out there, actually. So, we're probably hunching to keep ourselves warm, maybe even shivering. It has been really cold. And release off. I'm going to take a deep breath in, lift the shoulders up to the ears, squeeze them in, and then release. One more time. Squeeze them in nice and tight towards the ears, and release. We're going to bring our left hand out to the left side. Inhale up through the right hand, straight up to the sky. Sink that right hip into the mat. Exhale, reach that right hand open over, stretching up through the right side of the body. Just holding it here for a breath or two. On an inhale, lift that right hand back up, let it release to the floor. The right hand's coming out to the side of that right hip. Inhale up through the left hand, fingertips reaching right to the sky. Exhale out and over to the left, sinking that left hip, creating a lovely release of the left side of the body. Inhale, rising back up. Exhale, release the hands. Then we're going to come on to our hands and knees, coming into a tabletop position. We're going to tuck the toes. So we're creating a little stretch into those ankles, push the heels back. Then we're going to take our right hand and we're going to turn the fingers around and point them towards the body. So they may only come just a little way around, just finding a comfortable place. Let the wrist, heel of the hand sink back down into the mat. And if it feels nice, you can just draw those hips back ever so slightly. It's the tiniest of movements. Stretching into the wrist. Keeping that breath going. Release that right hand, give it a little circle into the wrist, a little shake, bring it back down onto the mat. Opposite side. Left hand comes, fingers turn to point all the way around towards the body. So just coming as far around as feels nice. You might not reach all the way. And then sinking that heel back into the mat and ever so slightly moving the hips backwards so we get this sensation of stretching into that inner wrist. Often our hands are so neglected, but they do so much for us during the day. It's really lovely stretches to release out tension and tightness. And then shake it out. We'll circle into the wrist, release it back down. We're going to begin walking the hands back towards the knees. So toes are tucked. We're moving the hips any amount back towards the heels. So you're looking for a long spine, reaching up through the crown of the head. And just choosing wherever it is that you wish to stop. Maybe the hips and the bum come and sit back all the way into the heels. The hands come and rest onto the thighs. We're taking 5 deep breaths wherever you are. This can be a challenging stretch, particularly this time of year when we're wearing heavy boots and our feet are wrapped up all day. One more breath. Walking the hands back forwards and tuck the toes. Give the tops of the feet a nice tap. And then lifting the feet, circle into the ankles. One direction. And then the other. Wiggle out those toes. Oh, lovely. It is one of my favourites, the toe stretch. Okay, walking the hands forward a little further. Tuck those back toes again. This time as we exhale, we're lifting the hips up and back. Maybe keep a bend in the knees and start pedaling out the feet. We're dropping the right heel and lifting the left heel. Lifting the right heel, dropping the left heel. Walking those feet out on the spot. Working into the back, of stretching the legs. Push into the hands. Maybe the body stays still, maybe it moves, what feels good. Taking a deep breath in, lift the heels. As we exhale, sink the heels down towards the mat. Coming into our downward dog. And remembering you can keep the knees bent if that feels nicer. And a little more gentle on the back of the legs. Heels don't need to reach the floor. We're simply working towards that direction. Looking up at the hands. Step or walk the feet forward. Bend into the knees, come into our fold. We're going to bring the hands to the back of the shins. Draw the hands forward into the back of the legs. Use that as a little bit of leverage too. Send the hips higher. Draw the body closer to the thighs. Remembering to breathe. Don't push too far. Release the hands. Straighten the back, lift the gaze, coming into our halfway lift, fingertips on the floor or the shins. Exhale, release into our fold. And inhale, we'll rise the arms up and around the body, stretch them out, reaching up to the sky. Hands come together, exhale down to the heart. Pausing for a breath. Just feeling your heartbeat. Feeling the body opening from the toes to the crown of the head. Releasing the hands either side of the body. Inhale, circle the arms open around the body. Hands come to meet as we exhale. Swan dive forward, coming into our fold. Release the head. Inhale into our halfway lift. Exhale, step it back into our downward dog. Catching a moment of stillness. We're going to draw the feet together. Then we're drawing that right knee in towards the belly, in towards the tummy. Move and shift the body forward over the wrists. Step that right foot forward in between the hands. And if we need to, just walk it up there. We're going to drop that back heel, bend into that front knee. Inhale, lifting from the left arm to the right arm, coming out, opening up into our warrior two. You may need to take a moment to just readjust the legs, pull the leggings up. We're gazing out beyond that right middle finger. Strong arms, stretching from the center of the chest, through the arms, out through the fingertips. Strong in the knee, turning that right knee out. Taking a few breaths here, holding our pose. Pushing down through that back outside of the foot, keeping us strong and steady. On an exhale, windmill the arms back down either side of that right foot, lift the back heel. Step it back into our downward dog. Widen the feet. Find a moment of stillness. Looking up at the hands, step or walk the feet forward. Exhale into our fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up, reaching the arms around the body, stretching up to the sky. Exhale, hands down to the heart. Pausing for breath. Giving yourself the opportunity to sense any changes in the body. Feeling the movement of energy. Releasing the hands either side of the body. Inhale, stretching them open around. Fingertips come to touch. Exhale, swan dive forward into our fold. Let the head release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back into our downward dog. Catch a moment of stillness in between our movements. Then draw the feet together. We're drawing the left knee in towards the body. Shifting the shoulders forward over the hands. Let that left foot drop. Back heel drops down. Bend into the front knee. Inhale, lifting from the right to the left into our warrior two. Gaze is down to that middle left finger. Bending into that front knee, drawing that knee out, strong in the legs, sending the energy down from the hip to the outside of that leg into the outside of the foot. Arms stretching out from the center of the body, nice and strong. Feeling the stretch through the whole of the body. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, arms come down either side of that left foot. Lift the back heel. Step it back into our downward dog. Looking up at the hands, step or walk the feet forward. Exhale into our fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising the arms up and around, circling the energy up to the sky. Exhale, hands down to the heart. Pausing here for a breath or two. Taking the same opportunity on the opposite side to sense the shift of energy in the body. Notice the release. Notice if there's anywhere else that you're holding tightness. Release the hands either side of the body. So option to keep the feet a little bit further away from each other or bring them closer together. Bring the hands to prayer at the heart. We're going to take a deep breath in. And then we're going to lift the heels. Exhale the heels back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. So rocking up to the toes as we inhale, lifting the body, stretching through the crown of the head. Exhale, release. This time, inhale, lifting the heels. As we exhale, we're going to keep those heels lifted, bend into the knees, sink the hips and the bum down towards the heels. Now, you may not get all the way, just embrace what comes. Maybe the hips sit on the heels and you catch a few moments of balance. And then releasing the hands, let the bum come to the floor. And however you get there is completely fine. We're going to have the feet out in front of us. soles of the feet on the floor, arms outstretched, lovely long tall spine if we can, reaching up through the crown of the head, shoulders relaxed away from the hands. Take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we're lifting the left leg, then the right leg. Draw in the core. So it may be that you bring the hands to hold the back of the thighs so that you can pull the chest up and through. And coming into our boat pose, Navasana, holding ourselves strong, bringing a bit of strength back into the body. Exhale, release. Hands come out behind us, rock the knees from side to side. Coming back to center, we're going to do that one more time. Bringing some energy into the core. So sitting up tall, lengthen through the spine, growing each vertebrae away, up into the crown, shoulders relaxed, fingertips stretching out in front of us, lovely long arms. Take a deep breath in. As we exhale, leaning back, maybe both legs lift at the same time, this one. Again, you can come to bring the hands to the back of the thighs to support the legs. Chest is drawing up and forwards. Everything's working in towards the belly button, strengthening the core. Don't forget to breathe. Exhale, release down. Rock the knees from side to side. Straightening the legs out in front. Flex through the heels. Walk the bum back. Sitting up tall. We're inhaling, lifting up the arms, lengthening up through the side of the body. As we exhale, hinging at those hips, reaching forward, chest comes out towards the toes. And we're just getting to wherever we get to. We're not pushing beyond, just a point where it feels comfortable to stretch through the back, through the lower back. Inhale, rising up. As we exhale, right hand comes behind us, left hand to the outside of that. Right knee twisting over to the right. Inhale, draw up to center. Exhale, opposite side. Left hand behind us, right hand to the outside of that left knee, twisting over to the left. Inhale, drawing the arms back to center, coming into our forward fold again. Exhale, hinging at the hips, reaching forward through those fingertips. This time, we're going to let go and release. Let the hands fall either side of the legs, wherever they get to. Round through the shoulders and the spine. Let the head hang towards the floor. Can we use that exhale to soften the whole of the back of the body, the back of the legs, beginning to surrender down. Then slowly walking the hands back to the hips, rolling up through the spine. Head's going to come up last. Just shimmying forward and coming down, rolling on to the back. Option to come into full Shavasana or effortless rest pose or any other pose that feels good for you to relax and let go. If we're coming into effortless rest pose, we walk the heels out to the edge of the mat and let the knees fall in and support each other. Arms come out to the side, palms of the hands facing up to the sky. Gentle tuck of the chin towards the chest. Full Shavasana. We're letting the legs come out straight. Feet stretching out to the corners of the mat. Let the feet fall out to the side, almost as though the hips are rotating outwards. Feel the shoulders relax down into the mat beneath you. Close down the eyes. Begin to feel a softness spreading from the top of the forehead down into the eyebrows, through the eye sockets, down, softening into the cheekbones, into the jaw, the top lip, the bottom lip, all soft and relaxed, as though the face is melting away from the center. Allow everything in the body to come into a place of rest. Allow it to feel the sensations of stretching, that release in the muscles. Allow the exhale to become deeper and longer. Fully letting go. This is your downtime. And we're going to bring the mind back into that place of observation. Back into that place of moving down through the body and noticing any areas that still feel like they're carrying some form of stress or tension. And can we use that exhale to relax that part of the body a little bit more? Can the shoulders deepen into the mat, into the earth? If the mind is wandering off, ask it kindly, without judgment, to simply come back to that exhale and stay in this place of downtime for a little bit longer. Everything will still be there waiting for you when you rise. Just honor this moment for a few more breaths. Beginning gently now to deepen that in-breath once again. Fill the lungs with energy. Fill the body with this sense of knowing that you have allowed it to have some time to let go of that tension. And now you can rise back into your day, into your week, into the rest of this month, knowing that you can give yourself what you need. Deepen that in-breath, draw that vibrational energy in. Let that intention fill you up. Know that you can see beyond the stresses of Christmas and allow yourself to enjoy the magic. Beginning to move the fingers and the toes, a rock of the head from side to side. And when you're ready, drawing the knees into the chest and giving yourself a beautiful Christmas hug. You have totally got this. And then rolling over onto one side and rising back to seated so that we can seal our practice together. Hands come together in prayer at the heart. Sitting up tall, bowing the head towards the hands, taking a deep breath in and a full exhale out. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me and for allowing me to guide you through a wonderful stretch of the body, releasing out that tension. And now hopefully you can go into your day with a little bit more magic in your heart and knowing that you have given the body a chance to de-stress, and now you can just get on with things again with a bit more renewed energy.